Hey guys, Dean Gearhart here, coming at you with another video. It's been about 2 weeks since the last video I posted. I've been quite busy since then. Let me see, I bought a childhood collection off a gentleman that I've known for a couple years now. His granddaughter and my daughter actually go to kindergarten together, and he was wanting me to look at his collection. Somebody had given him an offer on it, and he wanted me to have, a chance to maybe buy it from him. And it was like from 1970 through the 90s. Like 85 through the 90s were complete sets, and then the rest were like partial sets or near close to finished sets. Some of the highlights from that collection: a couple 77 Nolan Ryans, George Brett, a couple nice Ozzie Smiths, pretty well centered, pretty sharp. There's a Robin Yount rookie, light touches on the corners. Jerry Rice rookie, and pretty decent Joe Montana. So I don't know what that is, but anyways, that was just some of the highlights. But there was a lot of multiple cards. They were mostly all in binders. Some of it's still in binders. I just haven't had a chance to go through it all. It was probably like 30 binders, and then complete sets and boxes and so on and so forth. Next up, eBay. A couple weeks ago, I was watching a John Mangini video talking about another set. His goal is to get one card from each vintage set, and that got me to thinking, what else is out there, because I claim I collect it all. So I got out my my vintage baseball card standard catalog, and I was just flipping through, and I don't even think I got past the first page. I got to like right here, and if you look up here, 1949, 1950 Ace Bow Yaisia. I believe these were Cuban cards, and I'm just kind of scrolling through, seeing if I notice any of the names, recognize any of the players or whatever. And I get down to the G's, and I'm like Lloyd Gearhart. I'm like, wow, that's spelled the same way my name is spelled, which is rare. It's usually spelled 30 different ways, but so I'm like, oh wow. So I tried to find that card, and of course I couldn't, because that's apparently pretty rare. So I looked to see if there was any other cards under Lloyd Gearhart, and I came upon this. It's a postcard, autographed. He actually played 1 year for the New York Giants. And someone wrote Lloyd Gearhart on the back, unfortunately, but that's alright. And so I got to talking to my dad about this, and he's pretty confident that this is a cousin of ours, because he said my grandfather talked about his cousin playing ball. My grandfather was also approached about playing baseball, but he ended up not playing because of family obligations, and obviously the money back then wasn't like it is now. So but yeah, this is a distant relative. He was born in Ohio, which we have relatives in Ohio. So and he's close to around what my grandfather's age was. But unfortunately, my grandfather passed away, and so has Lloyd. But I thought that was pretty cool that I could find this. So, all right, moving on. Let me see, just a couple junk wax error sets. But to me, these are all great sets because I didn't actually collect. I was on a pause back when these came out, so these are all new to me. So, okay, move that over. Bought these a couple weeks ago at the flea market. He was doing like an end of the year discount. Everything you see here I paid $1 for, which I thought was a really good price for, especially like a Hall of Famer. And these post serial cards blank back, so I ended up picking out a bunch of cards that I thought I might need for my sets, or or ones I thought I might have needed for existing sets. But to me, I don't think you can go wrong paying a buck a piece for cards like this. So, blank checklists, and again, like I said, I picked out guys I thought I might need, because I wasn't gonna pull up checklists to pull out cards that are worth at least a buck a piece. So I took a gamble. And a couple of them I did need. I mean, you can't go wrong for a buck on some of these. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now these weren't part of that. These I paid separate for, cards that I need for sets. But you get the idea there, 1955. Bob Turley high numbers for a buck. Eckersley rookie for a buck. Goose Gossage Hall of Famer, a buck. So took a chance on that. And then Friday, card show, mall card show. I picked up these for my sets. Yes, this is 71 hockey. Don't have a lot of hockey fans, and it's unfortunate too, because like I said, nice, easy to read backs. The designs I think are incredible on this set. Now a couple of these are a little off grade, and I probably wouldn't have bought them. The lighting and the fact that I did not have my cheater glasses with me did not help. So, but for the most part, they will do just fine for my set. I still need about 20 more to finish off this set here, so making lots of progress with them. And that's a leader's card. Then I picked up one 1959 football for my set. And one 65 tall boys for my set. Pretty sharp. And bought quite a few of the 57s. They look pretty decent to me. A lot of Packers and Eagles, Redskins. I think I only need about 35 more for this set, but of course I need all the big names, but we'll get there. I love this set, but in my mind, if they're not just right, then they bother me. So I know I've talked about that before in past videos, but centering's important. Like this one's a little off center, left or right. But what are you gonna do? And then I got some 1969 for my set. These weren't as nice a shape as the others. I kind of compromised a little bit. Then what we got? 55 Bowman, I believe. Yes, 55 Bowman. These are all pretty decent. So maybe not that one. Sorry, this video is going to run a little long, but I got the big stuff out of the way early to, you know, if you're hanging with me, cool, because I do have a couple other things to show, so. This is a pretty fun set to put together in football. Okay, that's all of them. Let me see. I might as well show these. I showed the good and the pretty good. Now these are the ugly. I don't know what I was thinking. I buy from this dealer all the time, and I'm not knocking him at all. It was my fault for not paying attention. But he always has a stack of cards that, you know, that I'll buy, and I'll pick out some of the good ones to keep, and the rest I resell. Well, I should have looked a little more closely, because these are low grade. I mean, a couple of these I might be able to keep, but like totally trimmed. There's not much I'm going to be able to do with that. This one was eaten by a rat. And that one's got the holes. Folded in half. I mean, they're not perfect, so if somebody was looking to piece together a set in whatever condition, you know, then this wouldn't have been a bad buy. But I want them to be a little bit nicer than this. I mean, this is just, you know, like I said, I rushed it. I probably shouldn't have bought them, or I should have paid less than I did. But we all make mistakes. But you know, I should be able to at least recoup my money if I don't keep any of them. So, but you get the idea. I'm not gonna. They're all kind of like on that level. There's one here eating even a little more. But some 52s. They've definitely seen better days. That one's bad. And that one just the staining, the scuffing. Missing. Yeah, see, I've ended up with cards like this before, but not this many like this, so it is what it is. And they get worse from here. Let me show you some of these 53s. The only thing I can think of here, like I was telling my wife, I'm guessing that they didn't like the team he played for, so they cut that part out. Or he was traded. I don't remember that. But it's like that on quite a few of them. And I didn't notice that because I kind of like thumbed through them looking at the tops of the card, not really looking. They're just in poor condition. They're not. I wouldn't throw them away. Let's put it that way. They're good enough for fillers. Some of them, you know. I don't like to throw cards away, and old cards I don't throw away. If it was in the 90s and they looked like this, there's a garbage can for them. But these, they were just well loved, and then some. Like my 56 set is nothing like this. I've shown that before. They're really nice. These things look like they were run over by a truck. So, it is what it is. Collecting on any budget, I guess. And then we're back to the cutouts again. At least they didn't cut the emblem out of the hat. But anyways, live and learn. And then today at the flea market, everything was half off. Got 87 cards for 15 bucks. For my set 4 of these. So, got that. And then, what I think was the deal of the day, even though it is 90s and 2000s, I'm going to remove this here real quick. They're all marked accordingly to who they are. And all different years, 90s, some 80s in here. 90s, there's just all different years. 80 Flair, Tony Gwynn, all Ricky Hendersons, all Cal Ripkins. You know, I'd say there's probably 1,000 cards here. All Hall of Famers, or should have been Hall of Famers if they didn't screw up, kind of thing. Barry Bonds, ton of Barry Bonds, Greg Maddux, and then we got the stars of the modern day, Kristen Yelich, just a whole bunch of decent guys in there. There's Jim Thome, you know. So I paid 15 bucks for this. I think it was the best deal of the day. You know, what would you pay a quarter? Even if you paid a quarter a piece for these, I made out really good, I think. You know, most of the time online you're going to pay $1 a piece for these. You know, these are probably at quarter box cards at some places. You know, but 15 bucks. Let me know what you think, guys. Thanks for watching.